I'm obsessed with content creation. I've watched hundreds of hours of content about making better content, read tens of books, and even taken courses. Here are some ideas, frameworks, references that I've collected to help you make better content on LinkedIn and YouTube. Take what you can use and leave the rest. I'm Dom, your content ghostwriter, and let's jump into it. So, one, conversational marketing is on the rise and it's changing how we interact with things, right? Specifically, how we purchase things. There have been so many voice to purchase, so many click to purchase. A lot of people have probably noticed that, like, even on YouTube, there's like, when you're watching a video, sometimes there will be like a shop now button that you can click, or if there's not directly the products in the like in the description, there's like a little tab for them. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Also, if you are a business owner, if you're selling anything, keep in mind that conversational marketing is going to help make it easier for you to sell. It's going to make it easier for customers to purchase, and that's definitely what we all want, right? The second thing, so platforms are, they're doing this kind of weird thing where they're trying to take like market share or attention away from each other. So you'll notice that like a lot of platforms are doing other features that other platforms used to have. Like, specifically, everyone is prioritizing video content, right? Maybe it's long form content, maybe it's short form video content, but everyone is prioritizing that video content. Okay, some specific things that I've gathered about LinkedIn. First, you want to have like a strong one or two sentence hook that gets attention, that invites the reader to keep on reading, and you will probably have the best results with putting things like pain points, issues, concerns, potential goals in those hooks to get people to stop reading or to stop scrolling and start reading. Second, you want to make sure you're paying attention to formatting. This is something that I kind of learned the hard way. You definitely want to format for mobile. On LinkedIn, most of everyone is looking on their phone, right? So you want to make your posts easy to be skimmed. Like, they should look like they have a little bit of space. They should look like they're not hard to read. They should not look like big blocks of text, like big chunks of paragraphs. You want to format them to make sure that it's easy to skim, because that's how we're paying attention to things, right? Nowadays, we're skimming past them. And if it looks like it's interesting, if it looks like it's readable, if it looks like it's going to be something that's useful, then most people will go back and read it from beginning to end. So you want to make sure you have enough space in your posts so people will go back and read them so they won't be too intimidated by having large blocks and click away. Now, the third thing, this number is a little different depending on who you ask, but you want to engage with a certain amount of people during your golden hour. So this could be anywhere from 3 to 20 people, again, depending on who you ask. And you want to do that during your golden hour. So the golden hour is the hour after you post. That's where you're going to get the largest engagement on your post. Theoretically, from the algorithm. So you want to make sure that you're around during that hour to answer comments. If people have comments on your post, to also comment on other people's posts, to make sure that you can get the most out of that prime engagement time that you can. The next one, a lot of people have been using this new kind of graphic style where it's like X posts or Twitter, depending on what you call it. But that's a new like kind of graphic thing that I've been seeing on LinkedIn, and that's for people who use Twitter and don't use Twitter. Some people are repurposing their Twitter posts and putting them on LinkedIn. Some people are just creating posts that look like a Twitter or an X post and then putting them up there. So next, adding hashtags or keywords into your LinkedIn is good if it's not too many. So I was reading an article on LinkedIn where they talked about hashtags and they mentioned that like two or three hashtags are recommended, and you want to, of course, make them the most relevant hashtags as possible. Another thing is you can create your own hashtag. I saw a creator did this. I believe his name is Craig Notes. I hope that I did not mess that up. But he was one of the first creators that I've seen that have like created their own hashtag, which definitely something to take advantage of. Okay, another thing, if you are a writer, specifically if you enjoy writing, I've heard that you want to write for about 60 minutes a day, um, specifically for your LinkedIn content. If you devote a specific amount of time, like 60 minutes, to writing on LinkedIn, you will get better a lot faster. Okay, another tip. This one is from Nicholas Cole. He is a ghostwriter. He mentioned a couple things. One is to use LinkedIn to test things, right? So if you have an idea, if you don't know this content format is going to work, if you don't know this content type is going to work, test them on LinkedIn. You'll know if it's successful by the engagement, by the amount of people reposting it, by the amount of people commenting on it. But instead of leaving it in your head or just on your laptop, push it out quickly and test it on LinkedIn. Another thing that he mentioned was minimal to no editing. That's another way to get things out faster and to test things. Instead of going through two to three to four different, editings, drafts, editing processes to get that final version of your LinkedIn post, just post it. Minimal, no editing. He also mentioned like a 10-2 rule. So create 10 things, and then the two winners, repurpose those winners when you're creating 10 more things, and then just keep doing that. And that's definitely something that I've been doing for a while and that I'm going to keep doing. Another great tip is to post in groups, especially if you're a business owner, especially if you're looking for leads, if you're looking for new connections, new contacts, if you're trying to network, post in groups. It's really like going to a giant conference of people who are interested in the thing that you're interested in without ever even having to leave your house. Those people are there, they're constantly engaging, even if they're not making posts, they're engaging with posts that are in those groups. And also, if you post in a group, everyone in that group is going to be notified about that post. So definitely want to post in groups if you're looking for leads, if you're looking for conversion. Also, you want to research and engage with like top creators in your niche. So like or in your industry. So I'm in ghostwriting, right? So maybe Nicholas Cole would be someone that I would engage with. I am also um I'm also a content creator. So maybe large accounts who are like in content creation, I should follow and comment on their accounts and then research those accounts, see what they're doing, see what's working for them, what's not working for them, which ones they have large and outsized engagement on. So, yeah. Okay. And then the last tip that I have for LinkedIn is consider making content about content. So I follow a lot of content creators who, of course, make content. So I could make content about their content, what I learned from it, how I, gain certain skills from it or whatever. But consider that making content about content because you won't have to try so hard to come up with original ideas. You can piggyback off of what is actually working, what's actually relevant, what's useful for people. So definitely consider that content about content. Okay, and then Lastly, the YouTube section. Now, I have a lot more experience on LinkedIn than I do on YouTube, but YouTube is the long form arm of my content strategy, where LinkedIn would be the short form arm, if that makes sense. Still definitely important. And even though I don't have as much experience, I still want to talk about some of the things I've learned. First, if you create targeted search ranked videos, then they will be searchable and relevant and will get you more views later on besides just the initial time that you upload it. That's kind of a tip that I got from Think Media. Definitely check them out if you're interested in YouTube. Also, another thing that I am getting into, YouTube Secrets by the creator of Think Media. His name is Sean Cannell. Yeah, definitely check that out. I definitely am going to check that out. Another thing that I learned on YouTube, how to slash how I content is going to perform the best. So, this is how I did XYZ. This is how I accomplished this thing. This is how I made this piece of content in under 30 minutes. This is how I've done XYZ. Another tip that I got from Think Media is you would probably want to, if you can, make like a series of videos. So instead of just making one video, if you can make, say, a four-part video series, then that would go a lot better for you for retention, for getting people to view more than one video, for people to actually come back to your videos after they viewed one or more of them. And another big thing to consider with YouTube is creating like podcast and vlog style content. So more people more people watch YouTube than Netflix. More people watch YouTube than Disney or Hulu or even cable television. So if you create a podcast or long form video content like a vlog, something like that, you can get a lot more attention, a lot more viewers, and a lot more watch hours. So if you are, for example, trying to get monetized on YouTube, then consider making podcast or vlog style content. That way, you can get more of those watch hours. And if you need a content ghostwriter, make sure you contact me in the description. And I'll leave you with this last quote from one of my internet mentors. His name is Dan Locke. And it's this: I get paid for what I produce, not how much time I work. So I hope that the tips in this video will help you make content faster and easier so that you can get paid more.